Hey everybody, so we are Team Spooky Shoggoths, and we are the creators of At the Mountains of Madness, an animated film produced for Drexel University's senior project show.
At the Mountains of Madness is an animated adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's beloved short story, At the Mountains of Madness. It's a 7-minute animated film which tells the tale of two intrepid explorers discovering an ancient hoard deep within the wastes of Antarctica.
Listen to me!
We never should have come to these mountains.
We are Polysquirrel Studios, and we are doing an animated short film called Jorah.
So our film Jorah is about a protagonist, a young boy, and his curious and adventurous nature that leads him on a journey that shapes the relationship between him and his more stern father. So we knew we wanted to make an animated feature when we first went into the senior project. That's what each of us wanted to accomplish together. And through viewing examples, such inspirations like La Luna that we watched other movies like Pinocchio, we really liked this idea of a father-boy relationship. And although that story has been told a lot of times, we wanted to put our own spin on it, our own experience into it, and come up with something we thought we really liked and we wanted to show to the world.
We are Sweet Roll Studio LLC, a founded company in Philadelphia. Our project is called Malevolent Zinc. It's a 2D platforming competitive level building game based around the fictional company Malevolent Inc., which is holding its annual villainy competition to see which villain is the most evil. It's a 2D platforming game where players take turns placing traps down within a level and then run through the level. So it's a local multiplayer game.
We are Identity Crisis Game. The name of our game is Conspicua. It's a point-and-click adventure game that features the role of the unreliable narrator in a narrative story. And we take two characters, Trish and Spencer, and you explore a mansion with them.
As you're exploring, you're finding out more about the mansion's inhabitants, and one of the things is they find the stuff that the people have left behind, but they each kind of have their own take on it. Like there's no one there to give them like what happened, so they kind of make their own story that's based on their own biases and opinions. And so the players will be finding out more about what happened, but they're not exactly sure.
We're Seth's Desert. We're making a game of survival of sorts called Terrascape, where the character has to fight for her survival in a constantly shifting environment. Zenobia's a young researcher who's out in the field for the first time. She's sent off from her group to collect some plants for research, and all of a sudden these strange tremors happen. She comes back to her camp, finds it's destroyed, and then she has to go out and try and find the remains of her team while trying to survive with all these strange new monsters and environments that no one's seen before.
We're Team Catfall. The game's called Transcend, and it is a multiplayer action narrative game set in the city of Westfall. And there's two factions, the Mage Knights and the Mavericks. And the Mage Knights have the Mark of Mephisto, which allows them to teleport, but that also makes the citizens afraid of them, so the Mavericks are formed to fight against them, even though the Mage Knights just want to be accepted.
So what I feel is most unique about it is that it kind of, it's a space where players are kind of allowed to do what they feel like. So there are predetermined objectives within the game, but players are free to either just fight amongst each other or not, or follow the narrative or not. So it kind of allows for a lot of emergent gameplay that we're really proud of.
So our project's called Gigan Reign. Gigan Reign is a casual online player versus player strategy game for PC and Mac, in which players compete head-to-head to defeat each other's Gigans. They do this using a range of unique units and they fight in these massive wars with a very intuitive and simplistic, unique path drawing mechanic that we've come up with.